Hello, welcome. My name is Rachael Hernandez. I will be presenting on our OneABQ volunteer site. I am the Civic Engagement Coordinator for the City of Albuquerque. An overview of our site. So this site has been in existence for 6 years. It is something that the city, we take on the cost of that. What's really great is that you guys are going to learn today, if you're a nonprofit or just a volunteer, it's free. For your nonprofit, for your organization, we're going to give you the tools to use our site. So today's an overview of that. We've just hit a big milestone in the city, so we now have 36,000 registered volunteers. So if you're here for volunteer recruitment, you're in the right space, because this is just an amazing tool that we're going to, again, today's just like the 15-minute high-level overview, but we're going to dig in as to how our department will help you on a one-on-one basis. So if you're a volunteer, oneabqvolunteers.com, all you're going to need to do is click sign up. It's going to take you to a place where you can put in your name, your phone number, your email address, and then these really cool icons off to the side. We use it as sort of a matching system. So if you're interested in arts and culture, when you're signing up your site, you can put that that's what you're interested in. Works in a matching system. If you're an organization and your cause is tied to arts and culture, you're going to tag that when you're creating your account. And guess what happens? I don't have to send you an email, because it's going to say, hey, we have a cause that you're interested in, and it's going to automatically send that to you as a volunteer. So a few questions based on your interests. Once your account is created, you can go search by location, by the interests. What's really amazing for this too, whether you're a teen starting off or you're retired and you want to have another resume, it's going to create your own resume for you. So if you're clocking into your shifts, if you go to an event, it keeps track of how many hours you use. And so we're trying to really promote this site to our youth also, because as they're doing those college, applications, and how cool is that? Like, you can just press a little button and it shows you on there. So that's, I love this tool for that reason. So the organization page, as I mentioned, it is free to all organizations. You can create a customizable landing page. You can have multiple organization managers. What that means is that if you are the main manager who's going to recruit volunteers, great. But let's say you have an intern or a couple of staffers that want to have access to this site to help you manage your volunteers. All they need is an account. So it's very easy for them to sign up. And then what's also great is that if you have customizable forms that your nonprofit or your organization uses, we are able to load those on there. It's not a fillable form, so you can't type, but you can just say, I acknowledge this photo release. I do those sort of things. So that is really great that, you can add those things if you need to. The other cool thing is that our office, Civic Engagement, so we have AmeriCorps Vistas. So we are lucky enough to have that federal program in our office. We have 3, about to be 4 right now, and their job is to help build capacity. So if you all need help getting an account set up, or your organization, we're going to do a Zoom training or in-person training for you all. If you also have volunteers who are having struggles with the site, they can't, get their account going, or something happened, we're going to be there for you. So not only do you get to use this free site, we're also going to provide you training to use the site. And then we also have, if you are on the site, we got you on there, you're called an organization manager. So from there, you can edit the contents of the page, you can add a logo, basic information, photos, just a really neat way to use the site. We have what's called opportunities. So that's the way that this site works. You do have to set every opportunity up for a volunteer. And it just is very specific on some of the things that you're doing in the community. So I'm going to go to the next page. This is just what it looks like. They're just screenshots. So as we kind of get through and get you all going on your site pages, we can show you how to actually dig into this. This would be creating an opportunity. So what's really great is that you can choose your opportunities based on what's happening. They can be public. So what that means is that everybody on our site is going to see it. They're going to view it, the 36,000. You can also do a private one. We were thinking, why would I want something to be private if I want volunteers? I had a ballerina when I was working at HHH, the Gateway Center. So she wanted to teach ballet to students. Well, I didn't need 20 ballerinas to teach students. I had the one I created her own private account, and she was able to go in and say when she was going to volunteer. So a private link is if you have those specialized volunteers that you just want them to go and log their hours. You can use this as a pretty much like volunteer management platform. That's why you would use a private link. But the key is that you can kind of do a lot. You can do what's going to work for your organization. And then we have what's called initiatives. So throughout the holidays and just throughout the year, we just finished Earth Day. If you're an organization and Earth Day applies to you, then you're going to tag it on there. And what we can do on our site is we can log and we can show that you're an Earth Day initiative. And so holiday, we love doing that for holiday because people come to the site just during the holiday season and they choose what they want to do. So it's just sort of a tagging system that our site can do. And this is just getting into the specifics of how the site works. So whenever you set up an opportunity, ongoing is something that it's open. You don't have like a certain time that you need a volunteer to show up. Runs until is sort of the same thing. It's the way that you organize it on the site. Happens on, that's my favorite one, because you can say, this event is going to happen on July 4th. And so that's what we have found with the site. The more specifics you can have, whether it's a happen on or a multi-date, the better response you're going to get from volunteers. We see a lot of organizations start their account and they just do an ongoing. That drives me a little crazy because it's kind of willy-nilly out there. It's not telling them. But that's also could be like a good recruitment tool if you just want like people to know that your site exists, or maybe you're not ready to accept volunteers. So those are the different ones. Multi-date, what's really great is that you can put every week you have an occurring shift. If you have a couple of things happening throughout the month, you can choose it on one opportunity. So it's just really great. You can do a lot with the organization tab on here. And then, of course, you can also put the capacity. I love that button because let's say that your space only physically holds 15 volunteers. You want to put that capacity there. Only want them there for a couple hours, you tag that in. Put the description. How long are they going to be there? Team registration. I love this button because what that does is it allows a school team, it allows a organization, a corporate group to sign up if you allow them to under one person and they can say that they're going to be there. So I like it because it's an easy way for you to manage a big group of volunteers. But if you like don't want a big group, that's cool too. Like it's all good. And then we also attributes, so you can put like, please wear closed toe, wear sunscreen on there. So you can kind of tailor what you need to for your opportunity. So the last thing you need to do to fix your opportunity would be to just fill in the information, address, additional recipients. Like I mentioned, you can have multiple people on your account help you manage volunteers. Click wrap waiver, that's going to be the custom form. So if you guys have your custom forms and you need us to help you put them on there, we can load them on there for you. And then the last step to create an opportunity would be to tag it with the interests and abilities. And that's where that whole matching system that I explained to you in the beginning comes into play. All you have to do, I feel like the more the merrier. You can be like an advocacy and social and animals if it applies, or special events. So you can kind of tag your opportunity. And again, cluster would be only youth, where if it applies, you just pick that cluster. It's just another sorting mechanism. Site supervisor, if you have somebody the day of, you can assign someone a supervisor so they know who they are going to check in with. And then the last thing you're going to do is hit create opportunity. So congratulations, you have created your opportunity. So what's really awesome, again, this can be your volunteer management platform. So it's going to show you once you have your opportunity on there, you're going to click on responses. So what it's going to do is it's going to show you like a window will come up, so that way you can see the number of respondents that are on there. The table filter, if you wanted to, get their address or wanted to get their phone number to call them, you could. So you can kind of see everybody who's up on your site, which is really awesome. And then really cool is that you can email them all at once. So you just literally go to your opportunity and you hit the email button and it'll bring up the actual email. You just type it in and it's going to be sent to them automatically, all your volunteers that are already signed up on the platform. So that's just One step, I also suggest that if you use that function, put your direct email in there, because it's going to say no reply at Galaxy. So if they have questions, I would definitely like include your information there. So that way, like, you have everything on there. Sometimes volunteers may get confused. So tracking volunteer hours, I'm a stats person, so this will collect your stats. So in the perfect world, you set your opportunity up when the volunteers are there, they check in, and then you approve their hours, and they're going to show up here on the stats page. So that's sort of like how the site can work. If you choose not to use the stats, it's okay, you know, but we do have our volunteers who will religiously use the site and say, hey, I was there yesterday. Did you clock me in? This is sort of like their time card. A lot of our volunteers are retired, and they're using this as like, you know, I want to see how many hours I'm working. Just a cool thing that we've noticed with our amazing volunteers. You can also do schedule. So if you need to like pop some volunteers in, it's a big picture, you can schedule them on there. There's a lot of stuff that you can do with this portion of the site. Whenever it comes to checking them in for an event, there's different time tracking things that you can do. You can do it old school and just, you know, print off who's there, and then when your event is over, go in and check them in. That's pretty easy. And then we can also pull up like an actual check-in kiosk for you to use if you would like that. So there's just different ways that you can check in your volunteers. Again, you can choose to use that or not. So that is the big picture overview of the site. Does anybody have any questions on the site? So it does more, believe it or not. So you can create your opportunities. You can also create what's called a donation drive. That's just a basic donation drive. Whether you are accepting candy, school supplies, coats, gloves, socks, all you have to do is create your event on there. So it's really awesome because you just put what you need, where they drop it off, how long it's running for, your name and number, and it gets tabulated on the site. And then if you see, this is a little right here on the site. That's how it shows up. So a lot of times we have people who maybe can't physically go out and volunteer, but they just want to see what needs are out in the community. They're just going to press that button and see where they can go drop off the gloves or whatever you all are, whatever you guys are collecting at the time. So our Civic Engagement Office, we're here to help you build capacity within your team. So we can do this one-on-one training via Zoom, in person if you would like, with your organization. Even if you have someone new who you want to show them how to use the site, we could do that for you. If you also have questions on how to set up the opportunities, that would be, you know, let me know. We can get you all set up. Our Vistas, they're in it more than I am, but they have all the little tricks, right? And they'll show you guys how to use the specifics. And then again, if you have volunteers who are struggling with the site or their password, or they got confused, then we're here for you. So, you know, just send them to, we have office hours for our team. They can go in, they can call us, they can email them. So that way that takes that load off of you. And then any internal issues that you're dealing with the site, we have a really good relationship with Get Connected. That's the site who hosts this for us. So if you're like, hey, I have this idea, will the site do that? Let us know, because we can try to find a way to make it happen. And then the last thing is that we are here to promote your volunteer events. So we do have a newsletter that it goes out twice a month, and it's something that is done internally. So we pull nonprofit and just organization opportunities and city departments, and it goes out to our 36,000 people. So if you have an organization, you have a need, you can email me directly and we can pop it in there, but we have access to everything on the site. So a lot of times you may just open the newsletter and go, oh, hey, cool, like I'm on there. And it was just because it's based on the date. We just want to like get some eyes on it. And then also we'll do social media posts. So we like to do that just to, if you guys have a flyer, you can send it our way. And then if you really need help with an opportunity, we can do targeted emails. So let's say you're in the Old Town area and you have your event and you still need 20 people. Let us know and we can do a direct ask to that department, to those group of volunteers, to see if they're interested in helping you all out. And then I will end with team and large group volunteering. So if you are an organization or you guys have days of service coming up, then let our department know, because we will work within our city departments to make an event happen. We just had the pleasure of working with UNM Greek. So we have 500 students all placed in one day to do a single day of service. I lost some sleep over it, but it was great. But it's just really cool, like that, we're finding all these amazing groups that want to do great work in our community so we can help you. Oh, there's them. I highlighted them. One of the groups that was with us that day. So let me know. We can schedule a meeting with you all to get that planned out. And then the last one is just to, have my information. So if you guys have any direct questions, I'll give you all my card. But I'm just thankful that you guys stopped in today.